Are we live, or are we on the starting screen?
No, I just left us on live, because...
Okay, cool, because I have a question. Why in the fuck does Crunchyroll have the rights to this anime and not have it on their site?
That was my question.
Beautiful question.
Because they hate you.
I stopped using Crunchyroll forever ago.
Because there's literally an English dub that you can't find anywhere because this anime is not available in the United States.
It hurt my feelings because I looked for it right on, because I also have Crunchyroll through my Amazon Prime because you know they're in a partnership, and it says like on Google, when you Google it, it was like, yeah, Crunchyroll. I was like, cool, got it, easy. Let's just power through it on Monday, and then at that Monday night, I'm like, what do you mean you're unavailable? What does this mean for me?
Yeah, it's gone.
So I was like, damn. But then I remember DRAICO had posted the link, and I was like, oh yeah, I could watch it through there. But life's been crazy, so yeah. So that's the.
So I got one thing to say before we start getting into the discussions.
I am ready.
I have absolutely nothing positive to say about this anime, DRAICO. I'm so sorry.
Not even the music?
No.
Damn.
Hubby and I had to watch this on 1.5 speed. We watched the last 2 episodes on 2 times speed to be able to get through it.
Oh, 2 times. Okay.
I didn't finish. I got to we watched episode 17 and then I just couldn't bring myself to watch more. I think that was when he fell into the bathhouse, and then I just couldn't do more than that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that bathhouse scene. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah, no, I have absolutely nothing positive to say.
Holy shit, this might be a first for UwU Jump. We might have an anime that we pick apart. That we fucking destroy.
If I'm being honest, I'm not surprised knowing Nova that she has nothing positive to say. I kind of watched it. I was like, Nova's gonna hate this.
In
my head, I was like, Nova hates this.
Yes. I am all for like letting people be horny. I am all for that. But this anime reached levels, and I don't use this word very often. I really don't. But like this reached Gooner level for me, and I was just not having it at all.
Not the Gooner level.
Look who recommended it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I will say, like, I feel like the horniness almost felt worse than something like High School of the Dead, because High School of the Dead, like, is very obvious that it's gonna be a horny anime, right? Like, the entire time. This, it's like,
yeah.
You're like, okay, they're doing something normal and actiony, and then, like, for no reason, it becomes horny again. And it's like, you just forgot how horny the anime can be, and you're like, okay, maybe I can start to like it, maybe they're calming down. And then, nope, it's time to either see a topless adult woman, or, like, a very big crotch shot of an underage girl.
And, like, there was one moment where, like, hubby and I, we were watching it, and we were like, oh, okay, there's gonna be a titty shot, he's gonna go straight for the titties in this one, and then he didn't. He jumped over the chick, he, like, found his wings or something, like, jumped over, and, like, for a second there, hubby and I, we looked at each other, we're like, are we about to praise this anime? Are we having a moment of growth? And then the bikini that ties in the back undid itself in the front, and then boobies.
Yeah.
And we were like, no.
Their first official match. That one.
The disappointment was immeasurable. But hello, Gunpla, stop. Hello. Hi.
Yeah, when I joined Des last night on her voice call, I did mention that if this ever manages to get a reboot, 2 things that have to be done. One, they have to age up the cast, because
a lot.
Weird that all
oh god, yeah.
Middle school. I legit forgot that was their age, because they all look like they'd be in at least
high
Second year
school,
of high
at
school.
least, right?
Yeah, like the fact that they're 13, 14.
Well, at least the
It's
two,
weird.
the
The
two main
anime
are, yeah.
steroids, the anime level steroids they got, but then it would not shock me if they did remake this, that they cut down the horny by 75%.
Now,
Yes,
Not
at
all
the
of it.
minimum.
come out.
But 75%.
Now, I will admit, yes, there's a lot of horny, but an unfavorable train of thought here. It doesn't bother me until the perv of the teachers. Both
Oh
of
my
them.
god, the
Oh.
fucking teachers.
The grooming? You mean the grooming?
that was part of it. The whole episode dedicated to admitting that one teacher groomed the other, and then the other one being she's a fake ditzy girl, but it's just like that's where it was icky for me. The adults
Yeah.
being like, "Oh my god, what if
Also,
you just bent me over?" Like what?
Quick
Type of
side
shit.
note, Draco. We still have a picture of Record of Ragnarok up.
Yeah, I'm switching out that picture for what I just dropped in
Okay, I just want to let you know.
our Gen Zero thing.
Hello,
But-
Spider
Slowly
Monkey.
show
Oh,
off the art.
what the hell am I listening in on? This is an anime podcast. Every week, one of us here sitting at this table recommends an anime for the others to watch. Last week, we talked about Record of Ragnarok, and then at the end of last week, the assigned homework by Draco, the gentleman at the end of the table on the other side of me with the dragon horns, he had recommended that we watch Air Gear, and that is what we are discussing today. We are discussing Air Gear. Now, I will
Yeah.
correct myself on my previous statement. I have one positive thing to say about Air Gear, and that the premise, the concept, in its most basic form, the high speed rollerblading, all of that, is interesting. It is an interesting concept that was executed poorly, in my opinion.
The rest of the story executed properly,
Absolutely.
but unfortunately they overdid the horny. That's the biggest. That's like something I can agree on when I rewatch this or reread it. Unnecessary moments of horny. I'm not gonna deny it. I can admit the failures of going too hard on the paint with the horny.
Yeah. If they tone it down
Yeah.
a bit, I think it would be a lot more tolerable for majority of people.
They need to
Yeah.
completely redo the teacher, though. The fact that
Yes.
like there were
They-
like,
I
yeah.
could remove her and I wouldn't care. They could
Remove the
this
female
whole-
teacher, or at least
like the
if she's gonna be cutesy, make her cute, not horny. There's
yeah.
a
Don't make her
fine
have
line.
lines where she's like, "Oh, don't take me into a classroom and rape me." Like that's fucked up. Like that is we do not need that in this anime. That has
Needs
nothing
no
to do with the
lines.
plot.
When she was sprawled out over the desk, damn near freaking
Dude, she was
doing things to
epitome-
herself, like,
I don't
oh
know.
no!
Listen, last night when I was watching, I don't know if Draco was the one who made the comment, or maybe it was Hubby, but somebody had made the comment was like, if blurting out what was in your mind, like just like speaking your mind out loud, just but accidentally, if that was a person, it's her. She's just it's just like there was no filter. She just keeps going. It has no remorse for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, also the fact that that other older male teacher, like, she's like, yeah, I was, he was my teacher and he was really hard then too. And then he's hitting on her and like was like, yeah, you were really cute when you
That
were younger or whatever. Like
motherfucker
that's
is
so.
a student of Diddy.
Chat,
so- it's so
absolutely,
bad.
absolutely, chat.
It's so much. It's so much more surprising after watching it to realize it was a Toei anime.
Right?
You
Just
said
seeing the
Toei?
other works. Yeah, Toei animation.
The animated.
Really, they allow
Yeah.
they
They
let that
they
fly
animated
now.
this.
Okay.
The people who brought you Sailor Moon also brought you Air Gear.
Yeah. I'm saying, man, it has staying power. It just obviously now it is 100% an anime where I could say now, where the fuck am I going? It's over here. But I can 100% say if it ever gets remade, I would not be surprised if a majority of these horny scenes are cut down by 25%. That female teacher is completely removed, and fuck, there's like two or three other things, but I would have to reread again to remember what else would get knocked out.
Like, the one part that I would really honestly love to have removed from all of it, like the one scene that was honest to God completely disappointing to me, was like in the bathhouse when our main character fucking drops in through the ceiling, and then he removes the towel from his mother figure, his surrogate mother's waist, just to crop a peek at her nether regions before fucking darting away. Like, this is your mother figure. This is mama. Why are you doing this to your mama?
Wait, this is where I'm confused the whole season, right?
What's up?
Episode 1, they don't confirm that they're any shape, way, or related. They just kind of took him in because yes, and he's just rooming with them.
None of them are related. Iki is they never really explained how he ends up in their care, but he is pretty much taken care of by them. But he's not. None of them are fucking related.
And
they never explained it near the end.
For somebody who's supposed to take care of him, they starved this man way too damn much.
Bro, they beat the shit out of him daily.
They beat the shit out of him. Also,
starve him.
Can we talk about the one girl who's basically a year older, who is a year older than him, and basically his sister wanting to fuck him? Like
Ringo?
Yes.
Ringo.
I don't know. Maybe it's my mind. I don't see them as
do
siblings.
not.
That's the thing.
No, yeah, that's the whole thing. They grew up in the same home. They do develop a very straightforward.
Do they say
how
old he was when he moved in?
Like,
no, I'm pretty sure.
No, they did in the
he
English
came in
dub.
when he was a little baby or something.
They did in the English dub. They said he was like
since
5
infancy?
or 6. No,
I don't know.
As a young child, when he was like 5 or 6.
I might have missed that one.
And he's 13 at the time of the anime, so he'd been living there for quite a while. And at like 5 or 6, those bonds that you would then form with like somebody who's a year older than you is going to be more sibling-esque than romantic. I don't know. It just feels like borderline step sibling porn, you know. But
like
also,
Hubby had pointed out, this whole like, it all felt like watching softcore corn.
Yeah, also like the Simca chick or whatever, like so
she's
the
from
thing
the streets. Sorry.
The thing that I caught on to was that Simca, so all of the adult women, if they are adult, they will full on show the nipples, versus if they're a minor, they will only show the implied nudity and not the full nudity. Like they'll cover up the nipples and stuff. So I was like, oh, we've seen Simca's nipples. She's an adult. But then right after you see her full naked chest, you realize she's in his bed waiting for him, and he is once again 13. And I was like, okay, let's call the cops here. Let's not just.
That's why I say, like, this is one of those things where I look back now that like I have to pay attention to that detail. I'm like, why the fuck is this a middle school? Why couldn't this be a high school?
Like,
even then, Draco. Grown ass women going after high school boy.
See, but we can't even just say grown woman, because we have like how old is the psychopath? Freaking, he's like 10. He's young. The kid who is
the undercover cop dude.
Yeah,
got like dual personality.
Yeah, dual personality.
Agito,
yeah, that guy.
Agito and Akito.
He should be roughly. It's Akito and Agito. It's a thing where they have a split personalities fused into one body, or damn near like two souls put into one body.
Yes.
I will explain this later, but it is.
But how old is he? Because the way that I see him as a young kid, like 10, 11-ish, a little younger than. See, okay, he's short.
Well, he's in the same class as
Well,
yeah,
no.
they're within the same year.
He followed him to school. He's like a little sheep, a little lamb. That boy's never been registered for school. He's been kept in a cage.
He was,
He
but
even said it.
he got enrolled though, so that's the thing. Is like they wouldn't have let him enroll without like his age verification.
Listen, this is anime. They can do whatever they want.
I mean, correct, but I'm just like, I mean, like
no. Realistically, yes, you would be right. Yes. So
I don't know. I just like, to me,
But
his like
the only reason I brought
pure-hearted
it up-
love was maybe the best part
for the
because it
follow,
was so
Spider-Monkey.
innocent.
pure-hearted love?
He's 14, 15 when he's first introduced.
Oh, it's okay. So you found out.
So he sounds like the oldest of the crew.
I will say the wholesome personality of his that kisses the main guy,
that kiss, though, let's
Iki.
be honest.
He did steal that kiss, but I'm like, okay, well, at least this isn't like.
Wait, are we saying he's
have-
13 in this start? Because he's technically 15. My bad for the cutoff, but
Iki
he
is
is
13.
2 years older than 15.
But
I'm reading the current info right now.
Okay, I will
Someone
say like
fucked something up.
that kiss that he like that seemed more of an innocent like, oh,
That
this
kiss
guy's
was
cool.
anything but innocent. The first
it wasn't tongue
sure.
fucking.
He went in for seconds and opened his mouth. I don't know if there was a tongue in there, but for sure the lips were unsealed.
But at least he wasn't
wholesome.
ripping off clothes.
Why couldn't this be in college, Spider-Monkey? Perfect question. Because it is the trope of 15, 16-year-olds beefing with a bunch of, like, 30-plus-year-olds.
Could you
eventually.
imagine college kids fighting each other on roller skates?
No, seriously, it goes from, like, it goes from skate teams trying to reach the top of Tropium Tower, like, and it's somewhat realistic, like, just every regular day people to modified. Some of the top skaters are called gravity children who were grown in test tubes specifically to train with the Air Trecks. Like, it has a whole military background behind this.
Okay.
It is a fucking wild ride where this story goes.
Okay, but there's no precursor to that in the beginning.
No, it does. That's what I hate, Nova. A bunch of the precursor. It's like it would probably be 2 seasons past where this one ends if they were to do if they were to pick it up again.
And like that
it is.
That's what I was missing in all of, because like I was sitting there watching this being like, okay, cool, underground rollerblade, fuck the establishment, all of that kind of shit, but it's like it's not even that had to be my fucking headcanon kind of thing. But I'm like sitting there watching it like, what is the point of all of this? Sure, Iki is going to become the king of the sky, but like, the fuck does that mean? Why do I care?
Right.
Yeah, this one does it where it takes you like, I don't know, I think halfway through the story before it really explains the bigger picture.
I have a question that chat kind of has too. Is the tower, where all the grades and stuff, the actual tower, is that a physical place or is that just like a?
It is a legit. It is a real location. It does not look like the one that they show off in the background.
Thank you.
So Tropium's tower is basically where. So okay. You guys at least I'm praying some of you got to the part where you met the original Sleeping Forest with Sora.
The wheelchair guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, he and those 7 members, because Rika was an outsider that joined in, they are called Gravity Children. They were specifically grown in the Tropium Tower through military means. All of them were technically failures, all but one of them, but you don't really get to meet him perfectly in that flashback. But the goal was to gather all of the regalia to unlock the Sky Regalia, and it's like a super powered weapon pretty much. Take note, all of the skates are powered. All of the roads they talk about use the power of air and wind, one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sky Regalia is pretty much that on steroids.
Okay, follow-up question. What is the deal with Walmart Sephiroth?
Walmart Sephiroth.
Yeah. The brother of double personality.
That one.
Walmart Sephiroth, if you will.
It's bad that I understood who she meant.
It took me
He
a
looks like
second.
Sephiroth, just like the Dollar Tree version.
Hey,
Let's
Spider Monkey's
go!
donating
Spider
bits.
Monkey.
Wait, is this
Thank
our
you so
first
much.
hype train?
Yes.
Let's go!
Got us to level 1. We completed level 1. Yeah.
Yay.
Wife beater Sephiroth? I would argue original Sephiroth is probably a wife beater.
Exactly.
Thank y'all so much appreciated. Okay, his backstory. I'm gonna try my best to break it down because it has been a bit since I read that section of Air Gear. He was basically a regular punk that was going around causing trouble. Gets mixed up with those MG police force. One of his buddies was the son of like the old man with the hat. He got killed by a young Sora and his twin brother, who y'all will never know unless you read. Because they were going out into the world, killing other gravity children to get their regalia, which is those superpowered skates. Because there were, I think, 32 gravity children originally. But and 8 of them were the ones that helped create Sleeping Forest. They were hunting them down. And they were finding a person called Lynn, who I don't remember if Lynn was a gravity child or one of these other, like, android things. Legitimately, that one's gonna be a bitch to explain.
What's happening?
Called We're Just Getting Bombarded.
Oh, shit.
No!
Nova came in strong with the extra 5 gifted subs, is that what
Yeah.
Let's go!
Enjoy the subbies!
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Look, I'm shitting all over this anime today. I might as well gift some subs.
Go for it.
She's like, I can't just be sour, I gotta be a little sweet.
But yeah, there is another group, like the government that also made Gravity Children were making humans, almost human androids. Like they have legit robotic brains, and basically that person that's called Lynn what met up with the discount Sephiroth there. They got along. they got along.
They got along. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure, they got along.
They ended up battling it out with Sora and his brother. They lose. Lynn dies. Lynn was pregnant, and that pregnancy is what gave birth to Akito.
Pregnant.
So let me just straighten that out. Discount Sephiroth isn't his brother. He is his dad, technically.
Okay.
Help a little bit.
That's worse!
He treats him like that. It's pretty much his own fucked up mental defenses after getting his shit rocked by Sora and his brother.
Sheesh.
Seriously, that man had a fucking suit, and he got his ass whooped by those two on skates.
Also want to take a second. Zelo.
What? I didn't do anything. What?
We see your name in the chat.
We see you with
I'm
the
just sitting here drinking
5
beer.
Yeah? Yeah?
Don't mind me.
Don't mind you.
I had to run and grab my wallet. I had the wrong purchase information.
He's like, wait. We're about to finish level 4 already. Y'all partying
Nice.
today. I'm too broke for this shit.
So
Hi,
any other
Yankee.
questions?
What's up with our little Umi? Ume?
Ume. Oh, the one that sews dolls.
Yeah. I'm not
Fuck, I
joking
know,
when I
really.
tell you
She is-
she literally scares me.
I don't understand why she has that personality. She is also one of them children that was grown in a tube. But that was like, I guess someone went rogue and did that. Considering they're all younger than the original Sleeping Forest members.
Okay. See, I'm going just like I'm just like I'm trying to think the words out loud. I know I had said it in my
Damn, Project
Hey.
UwU be
Let go.
spoiling chat today.
Damn. I agree with Dank. I am too broke for this ish. All right, I got $1.40. That's all I got. Right. But wait, hold on. 'Cause I mentioned the little Kito's younger sister, in Hunter x Hunter, that creepy child energy is what and I'm like,
As you peek the
I'm
mic.
concerned about these dolls.
You peeked the mic. Like,
I know I did.
bad.
I high peaked. I high peaked because I was nervous. That little girl scares me.
Lol.
All right, I needed to sleep with the light
Yeah,
on.
nah, I have no idea what her issues are. We don't really focus on them until the final arc, because we find out the group Genesis. Y'all met Genesis, right?
Hmm?
Please say yes. Please tell me
Yes.
that Genesis was
Yes.
Yes.
Genesis?
Okay. So
You
Genesis
didn't get
supposedly-
to Genesis, Nixie. You didn't get to
Yeah,
Genesis.
you.
I couldn't.
Genesis was created by Sora in the background because the original Sleeping Forest team had a schism between themselves, between Sora and Keelik, which is a character you guys don't meet.
Mm-hmm.
They had a schism, and that flashback to where Sora and the rest of Sleeping Forest just looked like they got their asses completely folded. Like Sora lost his legs, and the other two one was like going through a beam, the other one was down and out. That was the battle where Killick with his group of Gravity Kids versus Sora's team, and they folded the shit out of Sleeping Forest. But I guess that was a long con by Sora, so that Killick would do some of the work of gathering the rest of the regalia.
Mm.
So yeah, there are 8 roads.
Yes.
And the regalia are pretty much what makes their skates special. Because they have special pieces in them and they activate via the wind in a certain way that
Like
pretty
the
much
fire
activates
guy?
a face. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Their
Australian
shoes will go into a
fireman.
weird phase 2, and they can they create like way more powerful attacks.
Oh.
I have a question about. Technically, I think it's episode 1, if not episode 2. The
Yes.
Skull Crusher Raider.
Oh yeah,
Skull
that,
Riders.
The weird.
Oh, Skull Riders.
Weird gang.
Yep.
I obviously they're bad guys, right? They're not nice people.
Yeah.
But why? How did they get away with it? The fact that
Get away with what?
So in episode 1, when the Skull Riders, because Iki obviously didn't know better and smacked this that girl's butt with a sticker above their sticker, and in that point creating a competition, and
Yes.
according to the skater rules, is if you do that and form a competition for the emblem, you're supposed to relinquish said emblem. Iki beat him. He did turn off the light as stated. And he's like, "No, this fight didn't happen. That didn't happen." And then just leaves. And I'm like, and then we see from the second fight where they explain in the rules, well, the guy basically explains, "Oh no, we're supposed to disband and give you the emblem." And I'm like, "Wait, can we run it back for the first crew then? Because everybody witnessed that they had a competition. Everybody witnessed that they said whoever goes turn the light off first. Nobody questioned how the hell he was able to keep how they were able to keep their emblem."
Is that an anime only, or am I just going crazy?
I wanna
it might be
say-
it,
Are you sure you're not
but-
talking about Resboa dogs?
No,
that
it was
was
technical. I do want to say though, I think he did issue a challenge, but they never specified, or no, I guess they did specify it was an emblem battle because the forest emblem was on the line.
Yeah, so
I guess he was just a little bitch about it, and nobody cared.
Probably.
That's my thing.
My thing is like, because I still don't get it either. Now that you mention it, because yeah, the first one. That is weird. I don't know. Maybe that was a plot hole. That or they counted as some type of interference.
Because of cops.
Because he broke the sign.
The rule was to turn it off. That it's off. The light's no more. Listen.
Yeah, that I don't know.
He didn't say he had to turn off the switch, unplug it. He didn't give specific rules. He just said turn it off.
Look,
some of the interaction, I wouldn't be shocked if this one's anime only, because there are some some scenes and events that get cut out, and that's like I said, this one made it to 100 chapters, but within those 100 chapters, I think like a good 10 to 15 were cut out, or a little more.
Oh. Maybe?
So yeah, because I know the official Emblem one was, the Emblem match for Emblem was the one where they climbed the building to get up to like where that bowling pin sign was.
Was that the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second, probably first I believe in the manga, but second in anime, because anime had to fill in some space for what they were cutting out. All itchy.
Okay. I'm trying to think of all the little like.
Des, I'm gonna say it. Don't try to make this anime make sense, dog.
Yeah, no.
There's so much that just doesn't make sense. I don't think you can like just piece it all together. I think you would have to read the manga
bit by bit.
Yeah.
Is the manga just as horny as the anime?
Oh, like pretty much, but you can get past it way faster.
I found the greatest review for this anime.
Okay.
What is it?
I'm just gonna read the first sentence of it because it's like paragraph after paragraph. But this is the first series I've read whose creator brutally spitted me and essentially spited me. Sorry, I can't read. Brutally spited me and essentially took a shit in my mouth.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Okay, so the first...
Is there any context to this?
First sentence... No, the only context is just finished reading the Air Gear manga. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first series I've read whose creator brutally spited me and essentially took a shit in my mouth.
I love how he cuts out and immediately takes a shit in my and there's silence.
Mouth took a shit in my mouth.
My mouth.
That is that is the end of that sentence.
Ah,
That's
okay.
it.
Either he was not happy
You got
about
any
how it
questions,
ended.
Zelo?
What?
You got any
Your
questions?
Not right now. Okay, I do have one question. Am I supposed to like Ringo?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm kind of
because I don't.
Been on the fence of her.
Based on the anime, that's why I'm trying to read the manga. Like I want to see if there's more character there, but I don't. And it feels like I'm supposed to.
I'm not always even with all the extra character, I'm not always a fan of her either.
No,
I might just read this online.
I'm not a fan of anyone. Sorry, correction. I am a fan of one of the peoples in this show, and that one person is the little girl that makes the voodoo dolls. I fucking love her. She was great.
So you love her, and she
Was that the
scares
one
you.
thing?
Keep her at your
Was that the one thing that you said you had to change what you said originally? It was the one
The,
good thing you had to say?
the one good thing I had originally said was that it was an interesting concept. I guess there's two good things. She's great. She is sweet. She keeps to herself. She worries for Ikki. She was willing to tell Ikki the whole truth. Like just the straight truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to get him out of whatever situation he's about to get himself in. But everybody else is like, no. He knows nothing, and he stays knowing nothing. But we're all gonna be angry at him for doing the thing that he's doing, despite us not providing him any context as to why he should not be doing the thing that he's doing. And then this sweet
Yeah, that
little
pissed
bean
me
is
off.
just being there, like, hey, but like maybe we should tell him. And then the rest of them are just like, no.
No, the thing that bothers me, mind you, that's mostly Ringo, right? Because she goes.
That is the big reason I don't like her.
Because the whole point is like she keeps talking to herself like, oh my god, I should help him, but like he has to learn. Bitch, how the fuck is he supposed to learn the rules if you not talking to him? And then it's like you guys kept this big secret in a room with papers that do say do not enter, essentially, right? You will die. But after he learns it, at that point, you guys might as well have just told him everything. In matter of fact, when you saw that he opened the door, took somebody's skates, and was gone, you guys were supposed to have been chased after him. Y'all showed up after he already declared a war with a whole nother crew, then show up in the middle of the fight, only to take out the minions, let him finish it off, right? Because he started it, you gotta finish it. Then decide to not tell him nothing else, not to help him with nothing else, and then tell him, yeah, you can't use our emblem anymore, start your own thing. It's like,
But then we'll also get mad at you for starting your own thing.
The only one that was truly mad was it was Rika. She was truly mad because of the whole Sleeping Forest fell apart afterwards. Because making a Storm Rider team may sound like a nice simple hobby, but there are a bunch of deaths later down the line. Like full-blown war type deaths. It is
Sounds
amazing.
like they needed to get good.
But no one bothered to explain to him how dangerous this ish would get until he's like freaking knee deep in the freaking shit.
Exactly.
And then
Like,
they
you
get
wait
mad
until
at
after
him
the
for
end.
getting knee deep in the fucking shit.
No, like the last episode
It's
I
the
was
fact
on.
that's the thing that he didn't even really fuck with the Air Trecks
Oh, go ahead.
until he got tricked into the ambush by the Skull Riders, and then he got his ass whooped.
Which
Like,
I
do
feel
you-
so bad for that boy. He peed his pants. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah,
I would have
because-
peed myself if you threw me in the air against, like,
Yeah, you
holding
go
me in a
about
chokehold.
60 feet in the air, and then you come down noggin first. That would be if you went
They're
down
lucky
and
I
you
didn't
piss and
defecate.
shit yourself.
I would have
Yeah, exactly.
like it would have been brown. I would have had to wear the trousers, okay? Because good lord, and you were like, "Ha, you peed yourself." By the way, there was a statement there that made me feel very awkward, and I don't know if it made anybody else feel awkward. Let's have fun with him now that he's relieved himself. And I was confused as to what
They
that
beat
meant.
the shit out of him.
I
Yes,
I understand that, but the wordings itself was very poor choice.
You know what?
A
Speaking
lot
of
of
shit,
this is just poor choice.
speaking of shit, can we
Shit.
talk about the fact that Ringo lusted after this man while he was taking a fat fucking dump on a like metal steel
Oh,
beam?
that was a fucking scene, wasn't it?
Like, can we just take a moment to discuss that specific thing that happened?
Can we discuss why he needed to get butt ass naked to drop a deuce on the roof?
Fuck, you're right. I forgot he took his shirt off too. Like, did he
The
use it
shirt
to
wasn't
wipe?
necessary. The pants, I understand. You don't want to get nothing on nothing and nothing on your shoes. Okay, understandable. The shirt, that was just fan service at that point.
I just don't like.
At least he stood
Brother.
behind this fake little piece of wall, so we wouldn't see something from certain angles. But they sure as hell could smell it.
Oh my god.
Oh my my god. And then you're right, Nixie, she looks over at him while he's trying to freaking pinch one out, and then she gets all blushy, and she's like, oh my god.
Yeah, she's the last one to scooch over.
Why
Yeah.
why are you looking?
That one was because of just his remark of he needed to go take a shit, but he didn't want to miss the fight.
Nah,
See,
dog.
I
Missed the
understand
fight.
that, but
Missed
you
part
can
of the
you can
fight.
see it from a different angle. You could step away from the crew. You just gonna pop a squat right there next to the homies. Like you could put your arm wingspan.
You would think he's a construction worker with that mindset. Just
Jesus Christ.
I mean, like,
Apparently
I
his-
guess
his
the
two friends
benefit
are.
is he didn't hang his ass out over the ledge, right?
That would have been hilarious.
But also, I feel like logically that would have still also made more sense than shitting on the actual metal where they're all standing.
now
True,
just
'cause now we
imagine
have to
he
sit there
did
and
that
swallow
and
it.
it hit one of the skaters.
Okay,
That would have been
still,
so funny.
Fucking mid interference.
you
That
know
would've
what?
been funny.
I would have accepted that humor in the show over any other type of humor that they've put in.
Honestly.
It makes you wonder how it got 358 chapters, huh?
It honestly does.
I know how it got 358 chapters. The first episode, they showed full-ass titties. That's it.
True.
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah.
whole bathroom scene with all the sisters, and this man's trying to peek in
Listen.
through the fucking air vent.
Look at the 2-page images from that I dropped into the Gen 0 chat. Let's be real. Well, yes,
I'm waiting.
Horny really did probably held this up for the start. If we're only talking about the manga,
Mhm.
you look at the art in the project.
He looks
through
like a
Gen
high
0
schooler
chat.
in the manga.
Exactly.
And like
That's what
I
I'm
get
saying. I
that.
don't get why this isn't high
High
school.
schooler in the anime. He looked the same to me. Just like better detailing, if anything. But he looks too grown. Everybody looks a little too grown, except for our little short friends. Our little short friends. He belongs in middle school. He needs his growth spurt. He'll grow into it.
Agito will never grow at this rate.
He don't need to. As a matter of fact, he needs to not exist. That he upset me. He hurt me.
Who? Agito or Akito? Well, technically.
No.
they're the same body.
He's a different. He's crazy. So that one you don't pay attention to that.
Are you talking about the one
Oh.
that skates on his head?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Oh, that's not
that
the one I
little-
was talking about.
The
Okay.
way I wanted to unalive him, just consistently, because like he
Bro, I
was
know what's
the
fucked up.
biggest perv. The
He's
biggest.
such a
actually
little
gets-
pervert.
He honestly gets big wins for them too later down the line. He fucking clutches, I think, 3 different matches.
So,
And like,
okay, how much
can
he
we
pushes.
talk about how like all of his quote unquote friends, including our protagonist, really aren't his fucking friends?
oh,
they-
they're fat phobic as hell.
Oh my god, it's
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Mhm.
It's
By the way-
insane.
Speaking of chubby guys, right?
What's up?
What's his name? The other.
Oh, the
he's
big guy?
Bucha. Bucha.
The guy in the
Yeah.
tank.
The guy is the tank. He's not in
The
the
guy
tank.
is the tank.
Facts,
I
best.
mean,
He
that works
is-
because that's
they
like
call
the
him
shadow that
fat.
always pops.
But he's not fat. He's muscle. He's just he's not sleeper build because he big. But as soon as he
It's-
decides to flex muscles, that man is nothing. There is no
Yeah,
fat.
how'd you like that explanation, by the way, Nova? Want what I told you? How's the explanation of his gut being all blood and he pumps that blood through his heart?
That
And
man.
to get-
That man
Wanna what I
needs
said?
to
That's
go
grown,
seek
yeah.
medical attention. That is not blood. That man has a tumor of some sort. Like that is no.
That is blood, unfortunately. That is a gut of blood.
That means
That
means
makes
there's a
no
leak
fucking
somewhere. No. That means there's a leak somewhere, and this man strains to like in the level of constipation strains the blood back into his veins to not have internal bleeding, because that's what you're telling
Wanna
me.
what's
This
real?
man is
Wanna what's really
extremely
weird now,
internal
Nova?
What?
And you're gonna hate this comparison.
What's now weird opposed to all of the other ridiculous weirdness in this series? What is weird, Draco?
That's Air Gear's version of Gear 2.
That is not Gear 2. No.
Yeah, Luffy
No.
pumps blood through his whole body.
Oh, that's what you mean.
That's what Gear
Luffy's
2
made
is at
of
its core.
Rubber, though.
Yes, but that is their version of Gear 2 because we don't have magical fruits in this one.
Don't
Okay,
Draco, you
so
better
then
stop,
it
you're gonna
doesn't
break her.
work.
They're
does not
they're the same
work.
concept. They pump
But
blood
there's
through their
no
bodies to
logical
improve their
through line,
strength.
Draco.
Pixie, how you doing?
There isn't, but they both pump blood through their body to give themselves a type of strength boost.
It works in One Piece because Luffy is made of rubber and can do that with his rubber elasticity. It takes years. It takes years off of Luffy's life. There is a punishment for him doing that. There
man
is
should
no
already be
logical there is no logical through line in air gear for a normal ass human being.
No. See, if we're being technical, if you want to talk about Choji, right?
No, that one's chakra. That one we know.
Yeah, that's chakra, which is magic.
Not magic.
This is blood.
Not
We are
magic.
talking about a man.
Chakra
With
is
the
Yeah, Gear 2
ability-
uses blood, though. Gear 2 uses blood at its core. That's how Lucci described it. Pumping blood.
I understand, Draco, but it's not the same in the least bit.
Hell, if there's any Kengan Ashura fans, you can even call this his version of Advanced.
Luffy uses it to gain speed, not strength. It is a speed boost to Luffy because it gives him basically an adrenaline rush. It is a stim shot to Luffy's system. This guy
Want to
uses...
hear something that you'll be angry about?
No.
He eventually figures out how to put it into his legs, too.
Fuck this guy. This makes no sense. A regular ass human being does not have the capability to just kangaroo pouch a shit ton of blood in his gut for convenient usage. That blood would get stagnant. That blood would be poisonous to him.
I mean, you might be churning and swirling in there, you know, kind of like
Probably.
what's his name? What's that thing that spins your blood in so, when they're testing it?
A centrifuge?
Yeah. It might, but slow enough not to separate your plasma.
That's
from
the
blood.
only, legitimately, that's the only detail we get, that gut it's not fatty tissue, it is blood.
I mean, we saw his 18-pack.
Can I take this moment to deviate? So I don't know. I just remembered
Yes,
something
Zero.
when Des
It
brought
is
up-
like, it does say that, but he
When-
also has the spare blood, and Booch is just weird.
So when Des brought up the pervert guy that skates on his head, it reminded me that there's a scene in the dub where, and it then reminded me that this thing is a product of its time, which is like I want to say the early 2000s, where
Yeah.
the guy that skates on his head pops up the day after Iki gets kissed by the
Agito.
Agito, and he goes, what
Shark
a
Boy.
FAG.
We could call him Shark Boy.
And I don't think I think we need to talk about that and the fact that they also use the R slur willy-nilly in this anime. Cause that made me very uncomfortable watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Wanna what's fucked up? I'm pretty sure that's only in the English, too.
Oh, I'm sure
I
it
did
is.
not
Again,
watch it in
the
Japanese.
cast. I will say, like, the cast that did the English dub, I think there's, I want to say at least every person who was in the main cast of Ghost Stories plays a recurring character in this anime.
Also, I want to laugh a little bit on the way that this, I know it's Ringo, right? Or Ringo. But
yeah.
The reason why I couldn't tolerate anymore, our little pervy boy, was because that scene where she plays undercover, right? Because she's not supposed to interfere in one of their matches, and she goes undercover blonde chick in full not bikini, one piece,
Swimsuit.
the swimsuit, and everybody's obviously nosebleeding for real quick, but our little pervy guy literally stalks her while she's bent over. And I'm just like, it's like, stop. She's telling you to stop. Stop looking at her. And he just continues. And his friends don't stop him either. They're just like, oh, you got energy to chase her to get a good look at it, but you don't got the energy to win your own races. I see how you are, right? But she was killing me because that voice actor couldn't pronounce crescent moon. She kept saying croissant.
No, croissant mask.
Croissant mask. Sorry, it's not croissant mask. It's supposed to be crescent, like the moon shape.
As Jinx
Crescent.
says correctly,
no.
not energy speed.
Not energy speed. Sorry.
Oh, crescent, like crescent moon. I thought she was talking about like croissant, like the food.
That's
I
what she.
should-
That's
said
how
that
she was
she was talking
pronouncing
about
it.
croissant.
She said she was.
I didn't realize it was supposed to be crescent.
I was like, Jinx is the one who brought it up to me. He's like, she's saying
I
it
want
wrong.
to say Ringo is voiced by Laura Bailey, who's like known for.
2002 is when this one came out, by the way.
Yeah, I want to say she's.
I don't know. Google had told me
2002.
2006. That's
Damn,
what
this thing had a 10. This fucking thing had 10-year run-in. It went from 2002 to 2012.
I'm surprised it made it. To
Oh
Marvel
no,
Forward.
Ringo was not voiced by Laura Bailey, but she is in this somewhere. Who was she?
Jinx, were you here when I gave my explanation?
Maybe some-
About the blood nonsense. He's
Yeah.
a fan of this anime. Well, it's in his top 5, or was in his top. I don't know where it currently stands in his break, but he did say it is in his top 5.
I always find them at the weirdest of places, huh?
Listen. I'm
I
half
was about to
listening
search
them.
something now, but fuck, I forgot.
Sorry. But
No, it
you
isn't
know,
even
her
you. I think you
accent
just
for
brain
certain
farted.
words made it kind of funny for me.
Oh, Air Gear voice cast. That's what I was trying to do. 'Cause I-
Oh, do you want the link? I have it. I pulled
She,
it up.
Jinx said, I seen the anime when it was still weekly basis. Old head.
Damn.
Alright, babes.
This anime is certainly something.
You want to get thrown back into the early 2000s? Here you go.
Aw, man.
This is quite the. I'm trying to see because I know for a fact there were Ghost Stories people.
To be fair,
in
early
this.
2000s, I was still a Bob.
Let me see who in the Ghost Stories dub is also in.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to step away for a quick second. My parents just came back from camp. They got another one.
Let's go.
Another buck. Let's go.
How many points? How many
Nice.
points?
8 this time.
Oh,
It's 8 points,
Lucy
but
Christian?
the antlers are fucking thick. Like it's a
Yeah,
thick 8-pointer.
Ooh. Yes, Lucy Christian is the voice of Ringo. She's
I-
also the voice actress for Uraraka.
Like
So-
Clannad of all the shows. No.
But
She was-
to confirm,
She was in the recent Suicide Squad as well. The anime version.
yeah, okay, so the little girl who does the creepy dolls, she's voiced by the same girl who plays the big sister in Ghost Stories.
Mhm.
Right? Okay. Then I saw her. I have two tabs
She's
open.
also the voice of Hestia.
And then
Whose audio
Simka
dropped.
Simka is voiced by the super Christian girl in the Ghost Stories dub. The main
happened?
character Iki is voiced by the main guy from Ghost Stories.
Oh,
The-
that's
the pervert
fantastic.
the pervert who skates on his head is the guy with glasses in Ghost Stories. And the little brother from Ghost Stories is the same person who voices Rika.
So basically, hey kids, you want to watch Ghost Stories, but with a different skin over it.
But skating, yeah. So
Listen.
that's how I started watching. So I was like, "Is this Ghost Stories cast?" And it was. And I think like there's other additional voices as well from Ghost Stories that are also in this. But I'm just like, this is, like this was definitely because this was what the voiceover studio who did this, is it Vic Media? Like,
Most likely.
yeah, it just was so like they definitely put some type of touch on it, and it was a bad one as far as how horny this is. There's so much horniness. I don't think we can understate how horny this anime is for anybody listening to the podcast later.
I genuinely want to go inside to the brain of the person that made this to understand what was going on in there.
They had 2 dubs of this, by the way.
There were 2.
They had the ADV dub, and they had Animax Asia dub. Both of them did English dubs for it.
Okay, I was looking at the ADV dub because that's the
Yes.
one that I watched. Bizarre.
I think I got away kind of lucky because yes, I know that there was horny in this, right? But I kept because of the website and my laptop not agreeing, I had to keep swapping between sub and dub. And so it obviously reading it is not gonna pass by as the same way that they're speaking it, and you know sometimes the translation be rough, especially back in the early days. So
dub in the past was it was a thing, wasn't it? Going back to watch old anything in the 2000s at this rate.
Old
Yeah.
dubbing is definitely a trip and a half.
it sure was. Shoot. I mean, I remember like for example, Goku. Goku's your best example. How we go from one voice to the next, it does not compute in my brain a lot.
It doesn't help also that like some of these characters in the any Japanese dubbing, like Goku's had the same voice actor for fucking
Yes.
for a long time now. So has characters like Luffy and all that. So when you go to English and they do their damnedest to give them a unique voice, yeah, you get to really see them be tested there.
Well, I was introduced with Goku with the English voice actor, and so when I first heard it in Japanese, when I was trying to watch with hubby the fights the fight to save all the universes. What is that? I forget what season. What
Tournament of Power.
Yeah, when I was watching the Tournament of Power, it threw me off that Goku's voice was so high pitched. And
Yeah.
I was like, Goku's voice is like, hey, I'm Goku, but it's deeper. It's not so.
It's like he got kicked in the nads and just
Like,
never
that's
really
high.
healed.
Huh?
It's like he got kicked in the nads and he just never healed.
Well, a lot of that too is because, especially in Japan, but also here in the U.S., a lot of like if it's a teen boy, or like especially pre-teen ages, they pick women to voice them, and so then like every woman could do the adolescent
Jinx.
teen
Though
boy
some
voice.
Yeah, see,
But like this is the thing, Jinx. I understand that when
I
they
feel-
casted the young, like very young Goku, it makes
Yeah.
sense to get the higher pitch voice to cast a female voice actress.
like she should have dropped her tone if they didn't want to change the actor for Goku, so nobody could actually notice anything too aggressive. Like as Goku got older, her voice was supposed to keep dropping.
Yeah, unfortunately, like a majority of his family is also voiced by her. Not to like shit on her talent, but
Oh, she's great. It's just more like it's a preference of what.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the dub,
Yeah.
he's voiced by an actual man, but then you have characters like Naruto, who's
Luffy.
voiced
Luffy.
who are
all
voiced
the
by women.
all the mains are
It-
women.
But I'm just who are voiced by women
not
in
Ichigo,
both
though.
the dub
Was
and
he?
the
I
sub.
don't remember.
No, Ichigo's voiced by a man and the dub. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like every voice actress can do the "I'm a teenage boy" voice, and that's your moneymaker if you can get onto a long-running series. If like
You know what's
that's all
bad
you
is that
do,
really
like
did
you
sound like some anime teenage boy character. you nailed it on the head.
You really
Well,
did.
I just did my Ash Ketchum voice, like
Ah,
Pikachu,
knew it
I
sounded
feel
familiar.
but if you can make your money doing that, like,
Mhm.
and not lose your voice doing it, like that's a lot too, where the dubs are very different in Japan versus English dub, because when it's a woman doing a teenage boy, they take on that rasp and that tightness in the throat for English, but in Japan, they just have them drop down octaves a little bit. And that's like they don't have
I'll
to
still
get
never
raspy
get.
for it.
I'll still never get over the fact that there is a legit battle in Japan when it comes down to watching King of the Hill subbed or dubbed.
King of the
It is a
Hill.
legit.
God
Like,
damn
you know
it,
how a
Bobby,
lot of people
that
here
one?
will argue about sub or dub? They legit have that, but for King of the Hill.
Time out. God damn it, Bobby. That
Yes.
that cartoon?
Yes.
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 God
It
damn
has
it,
been
Bobby.
stated a couple times that some people are like, no, I'd rather listen to it in English because
I'm glad
the
that we
voices.
had our one of their favorite things to watch that is American-ish is
It's King of the Hill.
King of the Hill.
We really said
I
cultural
see
exchange.
why they think of us certain ways.
All right, now Nova, let me ask you this:
Ooh,
What's up?
remove the horny.
okay.
What would you add to the story? What would you add or try and change to get this story up to what you would want to read?
Okay.
Nova's
Okay.
pulling out a pre-written list.
Okay, so first things first, aesthetics. They need to get a little bit more visually appealing. Everything is pretty bland. It doesn't necessarily feel like anyone's got any personality per se, at least in terms of like wardrobe. So I would definitely up the ante on aesthetics and visuals. I would give a lot more structure to at
Jake,
least
we get more of that in the manga, unfortunately.
Okay, but we talking about the anime. This is an anime podcast, my brother.
Let's talk about character development, but you do get that. This is a series that's longer than
So what
what we get
need
to see.
so to me
But-
reach the middle ground is
You
like
want
yes,
you want
it's
character development a little sooner.
No,
Yes.
I want drip. I want
Drip.
drip.
Oh, she
I'm
wants-
so
she wants
pissed because they do
clothes.
get some decent clothing in the goddamn in the manga, but they never made it to fucking the anime.
So
Yeah,
they need
in
to
the
implement
anime.
You would think
the
this person was hanging
manga
out with-
into the anime.
Yeah, you would think they were hanging out with Taikuba with the amount of detail they want to put into the clothes.
But yeah, no, in the anime, season 1 of the anime,
Bleach creator.
I need more drip. I need more visually appealing and unique aesthetics for each at least important character. Because what I noticed in the beginning is, especially when Ikki is going up against like all of these different like clubs and groups and all of that stuff, everybody fucking looks like grunts. Like everybody. I'm not just
Yeah.
talking about the fodder in the gangs. Everybody looks like fodder. Everybody looks like grunts. It's hard to distinguish who's important versus who is fodder. So that I would definitely change just on a visual level. On a story level, I would want a lot of that. Earlier you were talking about how like there's this whole scheme with the military and like there's test tube babies and all of that stuff. I would love to pull that forward in the story so that from the get-go we have purpose. There is a tantalizing, purposeful reason for me to care about Ikki attaining the status of King of the Sky. Because as I'm standing watching it now, I don't give a fuck. To me, King of the Sky is a meaningless title that only really matters within the context of this underground rollerblading world kind of thing. I need much more agency and much more purpose behind all of it.
I kind of agree with that as long as they don't like kind of because I want a little bit of the secrecy about the sisters being part of that. At least
Sure.
for a while. So that
Mhm.
way it can build to the plot. In this way extend, you know, like probably not at the end of season 1, let's say, but somewhere along the way one of them gets discovered and then they kind of have to break it down and explain the actual backstory. Like they give us a little bit of tea in the beginning about the whole test tube babies and stuff like that, but they don't. I mean, we could probably know because we're not dumb, but you know, they can do like a blackout line out of the test tube children from back when they actually did the experiments, and so come to future, that was their, the girls' bodies or whatever the case may be, and any other test tube children who were
Basically,
there.
they could have sprinkled the hidden stuff that obviously gets left. It gets explained later, but a little like drop more hints towards it sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also feel like some of the motivations of the characters, because like there can only be one king of each element, or like overall of the each road, but also overall of like Air Tech gangs in whole, right? Like there can only be one king ultimately that is at the top of the top, cream of the crop. And I wish we had other motivations for other characters, and not just like, I'm gonna support my buddy because he can fucking fly with his little rollerblades on. I wish like there just was better stuff, and like you kind of see it in that one blonde guy, but it's also clear like he wants a leader role, but also is just kind of like, one, Iki is an asshole of a friend. Like,
Yeah.
he just kind of sucks as a main character. But then two, like, I want more clearly defined goals from not just the main characters, but also like the people who are their opposition. And it can't just be 100% Air Trek. Is, I'm just challenging you for parts battle, and now we're ops. Like, that's bizarre to me. I get that, like, in the world, like, that is a thing, but it's not consistent that, like...
Ooh, yes,
like,
also, great point. Yes, I'll let you finish, but yes, thank you for reminding me, Nixie.
It's just, I don't know, it feels soulless at some point of, like, I want to like it, because I like the ideas behind it, and I like the motivation that Iki has, as far as whenever he talks about, like, being the Sky King, or anybody else talks about him being the Sky King, but, like, outside of that, it really just is, it's horny and roller skating, and that's about all, like, my takeaway of this anime, and I wish it wasn't that, because I do think the whole premise is really cool.
Yeah, so on what Nixie just reminded me, another thing that I would need in order to get properly invested, earlier on at least, stakes. I need stakes. The fact that the only thing that we have up until this point is Icky gets continuously challenged to these emblem fights or these part wars kind of thing. There is no stake. There is no stake, because it's, oh, well, if you lose this, then you lose everything. Well, then we know our main character isn't going to lose, because look, there's another 20-ish some odd episodes. So, like, I need something more.
Yes.
Well, stakes are like $30.
Yes, Van, I know stakes are like $30. Stakes as an STAKES, thank you. But if you want to get me one of those stakes, I very much appreciate it.
Yeah, visually, that's why I was saying
Yeah.
I pulled up the OVAs, because it shows what they could do with more with some more modern touch-ups.
Or if they want to keep going with the grunge, that like the grunginess that they were going for in the beginning, like, because they were like going to all of these like abandoned construction sites and the underground. If they want to go with the grunge, fucking lean into the grunge. Everyone's still in their fucking normal day high school uniforms or whatever the fuck. Like, lean into it.
I need to
Want to be grungy?
shirts.
Be grungy. Yes, plaid shirts, ripped jeans, chain. Yeah, it felt like watching the anime felt like there was no purpose to anything. There was no overarching story that anything was necessarily going to be accomplished by our main character accomplishing their goal of just being king of the sky. Like nothing tangible felt like it was coming on the horizon. On top of that, there was no stakes because of these quite literally, the purpose is freedom of what, Van? From what we see, there's no oppressive system, not anything outside of the normal day. Like, it's normal day-to-day Japan.
It's them
I
getting
feel
their
like it's
wings.
Yeah, it's like flying. Like, that's the freedom, and
That's what the Air Trecks give them.
don't feel so like stranded on land. And they're, mind you, these are, given that their age is 13, they're just starting puberty. You already know that teen angst is there. So I could see them, even though they're completely free to do whatever the fuck they want, it's not enough. I need to do some rebellious shit that the cops are gonna chase me for. Freedom.
Honestly, they could have made the bad guys in the background be Red Bull, and I would understand.
Honestly, yeah, because then we're talking about a dynamic of, well, a sponsored sports event takes out, like, we're talking about a theme of like sponsorship versus the purity of a sport. So if we're taking a look at it through a narrative like that, then yeah, that becomes a fuck ton more interesting. Let's see these little punk ass teenagers rebel against an entire sports system, make them rise through the top without ever having a sort of sponsorship like that. And then you've got yourself a narrative opposition, you've got yourself a clear purpose, you've got yourself a story, like, you've got like actual through lines there. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure in the manga there are through lines that come through, especially since you brought in the whole like military shabacle that supposedly happens later down the line. But where I stand now, watching it last night, there's nothing. There's no substance. There's no stakes. There's just...
I have to say, when it comes to the whole police thing, sorry, it's because I've been reading chat.
Go for it.
The whole police thing bothers me because they're bad police. It's like kind of obvious to me. Like, I get it, they're trying to do their job. They had weapons, like legitimate guns aimed at people who are just in skates. I get it.
These skates, if you could climb a these ain't just skates, Des. These fuckers can climb buildings.
Yeah, they have rubber bullets.
Kick. Yeah, mostly rubber bullets, but these things legitimately get to weapon grade.
I
will say though,
some of the skills they eventually unlock, like once they the more they upgrade and learn which road they specifically fall into. They be destroying buildings and shit.
I will also say
Iki eventually summons a typhoon with one of his fucking wheels.
What do you mean? I don't. You know what? I'm gonna ask questions. I'm not gonna ask questions.
I will say in
amazing.
Dez's defense, even if they do have only rubber bullets are just bullets encased in rubber, so they are still deadly if they are not aimed at the ground to then bounce and hit your target. So.
Oh no, Jinx. Even non-regalia stuff, but it takes more effort without the regalia. The regalia's fucking with them. It's a bit more smooth, but even Agito can spawn out a fang without needing the regalia wheels. Iki can control wind, make air attacks like in front of him, a little bubble where you get smashed down.
I think what this anime genuinely is missing is heart. Like, they need something heart.
The issue is the main of it is too far back into the manga to where the start of the anime is.
Well, like you can have anime that has that is fighting focused and still has a lot of heart. Like Record Ragnarok still has a lot of heart, but I would also argue if you want to go sports anime, you could argue something like Haikyuu, where it's mainly focused on one team and one group, but their interactions with the other teams and how they interact between matches and outside of just volleyball is a big like part, and also they're high schoolers that aren't horny all the time, but like I don't know, it feels like there's just something that makes you want to watch Missing, and I genuinely just think like it's that your main cast is not that likable. And I don't know how you make them likable without completely kind of changing some of their core behaviors.
And that's another big part that I agree with too. Like Nixie just said, the main cast is not likable. It's hard to root for them.
Don't forget, Jigs, the one thing near the end of the behemoth fight that was without regalia. Still trash technique though.
And like we don't even need some of like the main events to happen sooner. Like you can have a long-running story where your meat and potatoes happens later down the line. Look at fucking One Piece. The meat and the potatoes of the story is happening now, damn near 1,000 chapters fucking later kind of shit. But,
yes, but our Lord and Savior Oda's good at drip feeding us.
There it is. Yes, our Lord and Savior is fantastic at drip feeding us. We get little.
This is what it's missing. This one, even in the manga, it does take a bit to find where the core of all this is gonna go to. But that's why I agree with you when you said, I asked you, hey, what would you do if you want? It was to drip feed more of the shit going on in the background so that we get interested.
Now wait, I have a question.
Yes.
What's up, Des?
So it's been lingering in my head, and maybe I just wasn't paying attention good enough. But. All right. I forgot his name already. The big guy. Big guy, Blood Tummy.
That's his name now. Blood Tummy. That's his name.
Blood Tummy.
All right. Blood Tummy. Bucha.
No, Blood Tummy.
Okay. When he's introduced, you see all of the emblems on his chest that he's collected, and the red hair guy, who's one of the kings, basically comes in and goes, it doesn't matter how many F ranks you defeat, you'll never make it to D, right? And so, we see Iki defeat him and a couple of other crews. How does one actually get to the next rank? How does one level up?
So the official, you have to beat either people of the same rank 3 times or one of a higher rank to go up. The reason Iki starts off in F like everybody else is because he was without a team officially.
No, I understand that. Why is Bucha not? He had at least
because he was only beating teams of a rank lower than him.
What rank is he? Wait, I'm confused. I thought he was also
E-class. He was E-class. No, wait, it's E to F. Is it? Oh, fuck me. Wait,
it's F,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
So it's F.
He was the second lowest rank. He was the second lowest rank.
Okay, see, I thought he was also F rank, and I was like, what do you mean he can't level up? The man has defeated 6 teams, and according to the math you just gave me, he defeated 3 times 2.
Yeah, no, it's the fact that he was pretty much smurfing.
I know you told me not to worry about rank, but I needed to understand the ranking system in general.
But no, yeah, it's 3 wins of the same class or one win against a team that's ranked higher than you.
Okay.
There's a lot of explanation that goes on in this anime that is not explained very well.
Yeah. It unfortunately wasn't given the Hunter treatment of explaining all of the background dialogue that does go on.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir. This is just me personally wanting to argue with you. Please say X in your Hunter.
No, because I got
Hunter,
yelled
Hunter.
at. I got yelled at when I used the X.
I understand, but there's a big red X in the middle of all of their logos.
But
that's what I used to do.
It is a hill I die on. It is a hill I will die on. It's Hunter.
Never. I can't get yelled at again.
the X is just
No,
like
I understand
it's
what
like
it
an
is.
imagery thing.
I will
It's not like
no.
don't take it as a letter in this context.
Listen. I came from
The
the
X is
era
silent.
of no. It's
Yeah.
like the millennials. How we used to have X at the beginning, at the end of our MySpace names. All right.
XOXO Gossip Girl.
Yeah. So the X's shall be pronounced.
Oh,
It
so
shall
what
be-
you're saying, Des, is that it's Hunter kisses Hunter?
Yes. Especially with a certain
mean,
character that we're not going to
sort-
describe right now because we're not getting into
Zero,
the anime.
you
But
are
the name,
sort of
the name.
you are getting pretty much to what it does hit. So yeah, that is good. Because each rank, you start off as on the dash, which is just you're still on the ground hitting a sprint.
Okay.
On the super powered wheels that they go to people to get hacked so they can remove the limiters. Because technically these do have limiters on them.
I would like these motorized skates to exist in some capacity in real life.
Someone did make some, but they're like $600 something, and at the max speed is like 30.
Okay, they have motorized skateboards. I'm just saying, like I would try out the Air Trecks if they were real.
They got scooters.
They are real. Someone's made them. I forgot
wanna go
what
fast.
the name of the company. I forgot what the name of the company was. Someone actually did make motorized skates though.
I can roller
Someone was
skate.
doing
I can't
videos of them.
rollerblade, and I'd rather not eat pavement. So I'm going to sit back and watch Nixie eat the pavement for me as she practices her new rollerblades. Please.
I
right
mean,
up the wall.
I'm pretty good at rollerblading and ice skating, so.
You ice skate? Oh no! See, I'd lose the fingers. I'm scared to try.
I mean, like I don't like do it professionally. I just every once in a while will go to like a skate rink and do
Can
some
you do
laps.
a circle?
Mm-hmm.
I can skate around a circle.
Okay. So you skate as you ice skate as good as I roller skate. Got it. Although I promise you I eat a lot more dirt. I'm meant to stay on the ground or swim. There's no in between.
I owned a pair of Heelys when I was younger.
I have a pair of
Heelys!
Heelys currently.
Heelys!
Heelys
I had
were
to.
fun.
We're talking about an anime from the early. I saw my opportunity. I had to bring up Heelys.
There's probably a chance that Heelys were inspired by Air Gear, to an extent.
I've been saying shit, Jinx.
He speaks.
Rude.
He's been speaking. He's just he quiet and he sits back sometimes and he lets everybody shout at each other.
Yeah,
he-
I
he
just
lets-
enjoy the fucking chaos. Lies and slander. You're the one lying and slandering me. I'm just
He
sitting
was
here
just out
enjoying
here
some
like-
bush light.
Nova
He
took
was
a
just like,
stand up real
"Yes,
quick. He had to
fight."
go see what Jinx was talking about. Oh my god. What were we saying?
One
have
sec.
no idea.
I think we're just
All right,
Nixie,
I think
look
it's
in the
time-
Gen Zero chat. I dropped the link. Those are, I guess, the closest thing you'll get to a real life Air Trecks.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, that's what we were
they're
waiting for.
ugly.
I think they're shoe attachables. They're shoe attachables.
They
They're
are
not
Air
built-in.
Tricks. Oh.
Ooh.
Get past the copyright somehow.
Wait,
So
time
Project
out.
UwU
Is
starting
that,
in-
does the controller have to stay on? Or is that
No,
is that like
no.
a...
It's like a remote controller. It has a little wrist thing.
Oh, that's
Project
what that
UwU
is. I thought it
starting
was
Air
attached to the
Air
skate.
Gear
I was
Team
gonna
win.
say, how am I supposed to stop?
So they have a Black Friday sale right now. So
She's
instead
like,
of
"Hold on, I'm still gonna buy it.
so instead of $700 for the one that can go up to 20 miles per hour, you could pay $500. Or if you wanted to buy one that goes up to 17 miles per hour, you could pay $459 instead of $600. I call that a deal.
Nixie, you already
You-
did one big
Is
investment.
Nixie
I don't
about to
think-
buy
I don't
these?
think you
Did
should.
I just
No,
do something
no.
I shouldn't have?
No, because I bought that brand new gaming computer. I do not have the money for air tricks.
This is why.
But if you
this is why
didn't-
I said like Nixie, you just made a large investment. Let's just rein it back a little bit.
Perhaps
Hold on.
next year if I am reminded of them.
Twisted
Mayhaps.
boards are the shit. I love them.
Just put it on your throne.
Um,
Somebody will love you enough to buy you some Air Tricks.
Is it now the time in the podcast where we do smash or pass?
Oh,
I mean, I didn't know if
Wait.
the way everyone's describing the characters.
Yeah, can we just pass?
Wait,
Yeah,
time
it's
out.
kind
of
of hard
them.
pass.
Hear me out. Time out. I'm
The
gonna
only
say one
one-
thing. How about we do it in the sense that we are all teenagers talking about teenagers and not grown
Or
people
why
talking
don't
about.
we do it as if we're all adults talking about the characters as adults?
You know what? That's smarter. That's smarter. You know what? Yeah.
They just looked like themselves.
I was like, let's put it in the anime's perspective. No, okay, you're right. That's absolutely right. So
I
adults
don't-
as adults. Everybody's a grown person.
Or we can just pick out the adult characters only, I guess.
There's two. We have two.
no, two of the sisters are adults. Because they showed the
Yeah, and we're not their
titties.
type. We're
Yes.
too old.
Yes.
Shit, right.
Vance
Alright.
says, why don't you guys do it about another anime?
Dollar Store Sephiroth. Smash or pass.
Smash.
I don't think anyone wants to be a part of this.
I
No.
No.
I'd smash. I'm sorry.
I was just trying to find another topic besides Nova and I being like, this
Y'all-
kind of sucks.
Y'all gonna make Jinx
I
yell
don't
at me
even
again
hate-
because I'm gonna go quiet.
I don't even hate that you guys did not find it as good.
I-
Take note. I remember all of the nice art. I remember the cool.
You remember the
cool
manga?
battles. Yeah. No, I watched this too. I also liked the show.
He
That's
did
what got me to
actively
read it.
refresh it again.
That's what got me to reread it. Like, that's what got me to read it originally. Because obviously, I hit that spot of, fuck, only 25 episodes and it'll never get a season 2. Now I have to read.
The common predicament. No season 2 ever.
I mean,
I think I
has
did us
too
a
many red
favor at this
flags to
point.
Get a second season?
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit glad that this one. I mean, also had 24 episodes, which
Jokes on you. I
mean,
can't read. Fun.
for older anime.
Here's the thing.
Good.
I'm up if they wanted to try to reboot it, but it doesn't need a second season at where it's at now.
You said it doesn't.
I would like them to redo the first one. Tone it down the way we said we would like to have it toned down.
Mm-hmm.
And then see if they did it right, then to keep it going. But if not, yeah, we went 2 for 2 and failed. Might as well let it go.
Right. Unfortunately.
I posed that question before we ever started stream of why Crunchyroll holds the rights to this but doesn't stream it. I see. I get it. I get it.
They were like, we
feel
don't
like-
want to get canceled for one anime.
They were like,
so we're
"Ooh,
gonna slide that.
Air,
this out."
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that Draco had. He's like, "Oh, it's a nostalgic anime. We're gonna pick up the rights to this," and they rewatch it and they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna touch it.
Yeah,
We're gonna shelve this one."
Yeah, I had
You
to
heard
watch
me,
this on a site where I constantly had Ashley trying to message me pictures of her fat ass.
You know? No, but I will
That's
say
a problem.
it's probably a just us country for Crunchyroll because when it says it's not available, it's not like saying it's like you got to find it. It's there. It's just not available.
Probably
It's
available in
it's in
Japan.
our
Oh yeah, because I'm sure that a Japanese company owns the rights in Japan, but like here in America, like I've seen it before, where there's an anime that they're
America's
like,
like,
"Oh, we picked up the rights to it, but we can't. We can't show
No.
this."
Nixie, come back. You gone.
Yeah.
Oh shit. My bad.
Nixie! Nixie,
Where'd
come
I
back! Nixie!
Oh, there
She
she is.
disappeared.
Ah,
Oh man.
that was
She got me
scary.
scared. She kind of just shrunk into oblivion.
Yeah. After this, I should be stepping away from like the early 2000 episodes.
Maybe
Oh
just a
dear
little
God,
bit.
thank you.
Maybe just
Came
a little
here to
bit.
hear us talk about anime booty butt cheeks.
I
I mean-
wasn't disappointed.
It's hard when there wasn't I mean, the only butt cheeks we saw in this anime were of minors.
Mhm.
Unfortunate.
No, we saw Simka's. She was at least 20.
Well, wait. We also saw the teacher. We also saw the teacher. She was bent on that table, on her desk. Sorry.
My God, that teacher! I will have nightmares about her.
She was making me cringe. I'm like, listen. I've seen many of anime who
Nova's
had
getting hunted
horny
down by
teachers, and they're usually quiet, like they're reserved, right? But in their brain is where all the horny is. They just keep it to themselves. But this teacher crosses a line and goes, "I'm gonna blurt it out loud.
Yeah.
because I have no restraint."
I'm gonna make it everybody's issue.
I'm gonna
today.
start telling everybody that teacher is the reason I drink.
Yeah, Zeal. Let's blame it on the anime character from 2006. Who you were what?
I could
like
blame
4?
Draco. Draco showed me this anime and it fucking scarred me for life.
No,
Call
you could have
Draco
gotten
call.
away with that. You could have gotten away with that with the Patrick meme I sent you once.
God,
Oh
I'm
God.
scared.
not the
You still haven't
Give me
deleted
another
that.
I
I sent you that. Actually, I sent you one about the captain guy. Remember?
You sent me so many,
No,
Draco.
I'm
You
good.
sent me so many.
She said, "No, I'm good."
Don't send it to me. I'm okay. I respect your decline.
No, but do you wish to see the meme?
No, knowing you, no, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Chat, do you want to see the meme?
Oh
Say
my
no,
god, no,
chat,
we
say
would get
no.
to no. Our bond would be ruined. No.
That would just have to be that would have to be a straight up separate video. And
Catch
it'd only
it,
be
catch
up
it
for
on
10
our.
minutes.
Wait, what is that site called when people pay to look for stuff that people don't usually upload to YouTube? What is it
Patreon,
called? Patreon.
OnlyFans, Fansly.
Wait,
Which one?
guys. Oh god.
That's right, guys. For $5 a month, you too can subscribe to the Project UwU OnlyFans. Where you
Oh,
By
God,
me.
Dude,
yeah.
oh, that would be
Like
such a good
memes.
$1 tier. $1 for a Patreon, and you get to see all of Draco's horrible memes.
Would you like to pay to get emotionally scarred for the rest of your life?
Oh, it's not emotional. It ruins you.
It's mental damage.
What is your
Emotional
emotions? That's in your
damage.
mind.
Draco used meme. It was very effective.
Oh, it
I
sure was.
genuinely just, from time to time, I just sit there and realize,
They wanna be
am I
scarred.
just a god of information? And it's all horrible information.
I would just like
Never
to point out
anything
that this meme is sitting in private DMs between me and Draco, where I have to scroll to find Project UwU information, so I have to pass this thing every time I need information that's somewhere up in the chat.
Why don't you pin
Man,
that
you could have
information in
asked-
your chat?
You could. I'm pretty sure I pinned a lot of the info. That's the
Probably.
thing too.
I don't know.
I'm like,
I think you
I
want us to
pinned
see
a
it.
bunch of stuff between him and I.
Subscribes, takes Dragon cigarette. The things I saw that day. Scarred me. I tried to say it with a straight face. I'm so sorry. I couldn't say it.
Welcome to Project UwU, where if you don't leave here running and screaming, you're ours forever.
Yes.
You signed your soul away to us at the door. You can't complain now.
We're two
You're
dragons,
my friend now. We're having tacos on Tuesday.
a cat, a dog pirate, and an alien. Scar you for life. Welcome.
But wait, no, time out. Include the water dragon. I didn't hear
She
water
said two
dragon.
dragons.
I said two dragons.
She said 2 dragons.
Oh, okay. That's what I missed. Okay. I
Two
was
dragon
confused.
D's nuts.
Oh my.
As you walked into that one,
Hey,
got him.
Got him.
Got
Oh my
him.
goodness.
You got. Oh, back to anime now.
Does anybody have anything else to say about Ear Gear?
No.
Don't watch it. or I guess watch at your own
Don't.
risk. If
In
you
fact,
need...
wait,
Don't watch it, read it.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, definitely read it. But what's the company that ended up producing it?
Toei.
It's
Yeah.
in producing it. I thought you meant the legit.
Oh, Toei's the studio that drew it.
They animated
Viz
it, yeah.
Media,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
Viz Media is the one that had the English rights, and then Viz Media got bought by Funimation, and then Funimation got bought by Crunchyroll.
Whatever company
Funimation
are
bought
gonna be in
Crunchyroll.
charge of it and wants to be in charge of it, listen to this podcast. Please take notes and give us a better version of it because it has potential according to its manga. So let's give the readers the visual.
That's why
and it's a
That's why when I was having that whole fit of saying if we make it big, I'm gonna open up my own studio, fist fight whoever has the IP to this, and then just fucking reanimate it.
You're like, listen,
Fist
I'm
and
just gonna buy the
evil.
rights. Here, just hand that anime over. You don't deserve it.
You don't need it no more.
You had your chance. You blew it. Anyways, on to chapter 92.
So, now that we've basically talked up air gear here, let's move into future homework here. So, we got 3 people to do recommendations. Let's Nixie, Desi, Zelo, whatever order you guys want to do it in. What do you guys want to recommend for the future? And how about we also add this on top? What are you most excited for us to take a peek into or take out of your recommendation?
I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
I have thought about this.
I blanked out. What was the question?
Des, no.
As let Nixie finish and we'll ask you.
Okay.
Yep.
The brain was thinking too hard.
You were dropping cards again.
I was going to recommend Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witch from Mercury, which is just lesbian Gundam, and it's admittedly the pacing isn't great towards the end of it, but I still think it's a really good story, and I think it has a lot of heart, and also lesbian Gundams, like actual lesbians, and not like lesbians where they've been like pornified, you know? I couldn't think of the word. Sexual, not sexualized. What is-
Sexual. Yeah, no. I feel like sexualized work.
It's, like they're not token lesbians for like men to gawk at. You know, they're actually in love. It's very sweet. As sweet as a Gundam can be, and it is because the Gunpla Stop had me watch it like a year and a half ago, and it is one of my favorite anime.
Also, Nixie, I have a question for you.
Yes.
In regards to your recommendation, next week's homework here, are you in cahoots with Van to get me to watch Gundam shit?
I am not. This is my own. Look, I am not a Gundam person as far as like I'm not super into Gundam, but I will say like Mobile Suit Gundam: Witch from Mercury is a fantastic series. It's I think 24 episodes exactly. I don't remember if Crunchyroll has it listed as episode 0 and then episode 1, but if there is an episode 0 option, make sure you watch that before you watch the rest of the series, but so good. It's so good, and it's so fucked up, and it's so good. As all Gundam are apparently fucked up.
Well, Van, if you're still in chat, are you gonna watch this one with me? Because I feel like this is a great opportunity for you to watch Gundam stuff with me. We'll set a time for it sometime in the week. You and me, Van.
I have 2 animes, and I want to give chat the option to choose the anime.
Okay.
Now, I need Nova to explain the question.
Okay.
What did you tell me aside from picking the anime? What did you tell me to do?
So, part 1 of the question, what is your recommendation? Part 2, what is the thing that you hope for us to take away from or get out of your recommendation?
Okay. So, I have 2 options. One is new. The second one is a throwback. And the throwback is the version of the throwback because it got released in 2021. Okay, so I'll just say it. The throwback would be Sailor Moon, but hear me out. It's Sailor Moon Eternal. Everybody says that she is OP, right? That she would destroy Goku. I'm not here to argue fights and all this nonsense.
She would.
But
Unfortunately.
but from what I've been watching, because I was curious and I wanted to get my daughter into watching Sailor Moon because that's one of the first animes I watched, and it brought me into anime, that and Inuyasha, and so I was like, I kind of dive into it just a little bit. You don't have, obviously there's too many seasons, so only like the first 1 or 2 seasons that you can get through. But Sailor Moon Eternal is the one I'm watching, and it is very different than the one I had watched back in the early 2000s. and it's a different pacing, and I think that would be a great watch. But option B is currently I have no idea what the show's about, but Dan 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 Dan
Don to Don?
Dan Dan Dan.
Dun, dun, dun!
On the dawn.
It is a
Dun,
current
dun, dun.
anime. Hear me out. I've been obsessed with the intro. It like nothing else. I know nothing
Creepy
else
Nuts
but
is
the
good.
song. And so if
Creepy Nuts.
if we wanted to do an exploration of a more newer anime that is kind of hitting not tabloids, but like, you know, TikTok trends and all this, you know, other niceties and stuff. So there's two.
Dun, 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 dun.
So
I love
chat.
dun dun dun.
This is why I said I'm giving chat the option to pick. We can make a poll. Somebody make a poll. I forget that's how to make the poll, but we can make a poll and
Flash poll.
or we could just have everybody write one or two. You know,
No, we can do a
Sailor
poll.
Moon is 1, Dan Dan is 2.
Yeah, we'll do a poll.
Yeah.
Nova, do you want to make it or do you want me to?
Now,
I got it.
I hope everybody can like hear me out. I know Sailor Moon is very girly. I get it, but at the same time, she's a whiny little bitch, but she's a badass at the same time. The more she progresses and learns her skills.
She is literally the embodiment of life.
Sorry. I am a big Sailor Moon fan. I started watching it from the beginning like 3 years ago. I'm not done with the voice acted original series that they did in 2016, but like she later on in that series kind of loses the whininess a little bit and gets more serious about like protecting the earth and stuff. But like I will die on the hill that Sailor Moon is arguably like the strongest character. Like the amount of powers that she has is insane.
Like, I'll
Anyways.
be honest, when I was younger,
Which
I stopped
Sailor
watching-
Moon is it?
It's Sailor
Eternal.
Moon Eternal.
Eternal.
It is available on Netflix, but y'all probably know your ways. I'm not gonna say that out loud.
I think Eternal is just a condensed version.
Maybe, and that's
or maybe
probably why I feel like
Crystal's
everything
the-
moves a lot faster.
Or Crystal might be the condensed version. I don't remember exactly, but I'm happy either way, chat. While the poll is being made, Zelo, do you want to share your pick?
All right. I want to start with this real quick because chat popped off today and we have hit our subscriber goal.
Mhm.
We're at 27 out of 10. We've hit that goal. Thank you. We are 390 bits away from our bit goal and 2 followers away from our follower goal.
Hit that follow button.
If we hit that,
Oh, oh,
I think
Oh.
we let
think?
chat pick an anime for us.
Oh.
Fuck
In
yes.
guys, this is your moment right now. This is your moment right now. That 390 bits. That's $4. And you know,
Man, if you're in chat and you want to make me watch a Gundam series, now's your chance.
Nick's
The
already
second
bullying you
Gundam
guys.
Oh, shit.
series.
As for my pick,
Chat,
Mhm.
1 second.
I want to watch the Misfit of Demon King Academy.
That's
Misfit of Demon Academy. Okay. Okay.
Hold on, I Googled.
Oh, with Anos,
Yes,
that one.
Anna's Voldigold.
I looked up Misfit and immediately popped up. I think I watched this one.
Bobby, no,
Think
we're not
Bobby,
doing
no.
Boku no,
Oh, there we
Boku no
go.
Pico. We're not doing Boku no Pico, Bobby.
I mean, I've avoided watching that anime my entire life. I don't need to watch
Yeah,
it
if y'all were fighting for against the horniness here, that's
We're not
All I-
doing Boku
It-
no Corner
All I
of
know is
shame,
the
hubby.
popsicle.
Corner of shame.
Nixie. Thank you. But Nixie, chat. We're trying to get chat.
I know, I'm helping chat.
Chat
They still
90.
need to supply 90-something biddies.
Look, not even a whole dollar. Not even a whole dollar, chat.
I would love to confuse y'all with Bobobo, but that.
Oh, Bobo.
Oh!
Thank you,
Okay.
Jinx.
Hope
Alright,
we
now
got
need
the
followers.
bits. Hurry up, everybody spam it real
Alright.
quick. Your Facebooks, your tweeters, your blue
Two
skies,
followers. Two followers
TikToks.
away.
2 followers. Hit that follow button.
We got 15 minutes till the stream ends.
Hell yeah. We can procrastinate.
Cries from Shame Corner.
Listen, we all enjoy some good naughty moments that sometimes we just don't talk about them. Sometimes we do, especially me
yeah.
and Nixie. We really sit there and
Sometimes
slather
I
these men in
just-
oil, but that's
I
neither here nor
just
there.
share memes of cursed images. That's about it.
I'm already putting my recommendation out there. If we're not gonna go back into One Piece anytime soon, which I'm totally okay with, don't get me wrong, I'm okay with that. But if we're not gonna go with One Piece for my recommendation, because we still dealing with the One Piece burnout, I would like to put forward season 1 of Oshinoko. And if you're into it, season 2 as well, because season 2 is also pretty dope. But I would love to talk Oshinoko with you guys, because there is a lot to talk about. Oshinoko is a show with a lot to say.
I'm giggling
Okay.
at Sailor Moon winning.
On that same topic of season 2, Misfit of Demon King Academy does have a second season now. So if you guys wanted to, there is that second season as well.
Hell yeah.
No, of course, because
Right.
it gives us more to talk about because there's more substance. The more
Yeah.
episodes we get through, the more that we can jump back and forth, roll around in it, dig a little deeper, and especially
Right.
with our little manga head over here, Draco. You know, we get
What's
to get
up?
the dirty details.
I also
Oh,
think our
God.
tweets are.
That's only if I recommend shit that I've been reading, which which a lot of the shit I've recommended.
But
I've
you've read a lot of things. Like there has
Yeah.
been, I don't think there's been
and I'm 2 for
an
2 for
anime
scarring you
yet.
guys a little.
No,
Okay,
but I can say out of all the podcasts, every week you've said, yeah, I read the manga, and then you'll give like all of these details, and it kind of brings it. Damn. Sorry, the damn was because the poll ended in a tie.
Ah, fucker.
Well, now as a group, we have to make a decision because I can't make a decision on my own.
Make the decision.
I will say, I do think Dawn to Dawn, because it's newer, doesn't have as many episodes as Sailor Moon. So,
Yes.
and our sweet spot, I think, as we found, has been somewhere between 24 to like 30 episodes.
Yeah, that's the only way to cover
get to 2 hours.
Oh,
Now, Dawn to Dawn is weird as hell. It has a lot that we probably could talk about, but like
I think they're only
my
on
2
like
cents.
what, episode 8?
Yeah,
Something
I don't
like
know
that.
if it's fully out or not. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
I would love to talk
It's
Dawn to
just-
Dawn.
Yeah, on the 22nd, November 22nd is when it's releasing the 8th episode. We're only 17 episodes in, like 3 days ago. I mean, 7 episodes. Sorry.
Also,
Alright, so-
Des, look at chat. There's your decision made.
Hold on.
Ah, man.
I
There's
was
the
going to still
tiebreaker.
watching anime. Well, there it
Alright.
is. There it is.
So
then.
Sailor Moon.
There
There
we
it
go.
is, Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. Okay.
Let's enjoy.
Okay. So next week we're doing Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury. The week after that we're doing Sailor Moon Eternal. The week after that we're doing this something from Demon School. Sorry,
The Misfit.
Misfit of Demon
The
King
Misfit.
Academy.
Misfit of
Yeah.
Demon. Yes, that one. And then the week after that we're doing Oshinoko.
You gotta write these down because my brain, the way my brain likes to brain, or rather it don't
I'll
like to
recommend
brain.
my next one as well.
I'll put the link to the
It has 2
Crunchyroll for
seasons.
Mobile Suit Gundam Witch from Mercury.
Mine's on the flicks.
Cool.
Let's go.
But,
go.
After Nova's next one, I'll just recommend Welcome to Demon High School Iruma.
There we go.
Oh
think
yeah.
I put on Billy before it got animated.
It is a very wholesome one. There you go. I'll feed y'all one wholesome one.
Thank you, Draco.
Oh my god, a rarity.
Wait, which one did you
He's
say?
learning. Welcome to Demon High School, Iruma.
Welcome to. Oh, I don't know that one, but it sounds young.
It is a very wholesome one.
I would hope. Randomly
Man.
find Morty in the middle of it somehow. Something drew you into it. Something did.
Here's the thing.
If I go to look at it, I'm pretty sure that it's very rare that there's anything horny in there. It is very much. It is a very heavy. It is a story very much be carried by the character growth.
Okay. I was about to say, is it wholesome by overall standards or wholesome by your standards?
Wholesome overall. I understand your question. It is wholesome overall.
This is why I
Press F
asked. I
down.
was like, are we sure we're not gonna find something in the middle?
If I have to reread and rewatch it to make sure, because obviously they'll make changes here and there, I will. And considering there's God only knows how many weeks between, well, there's 4 more weeks before we would touch mine again, but this one is wholesome.
They're like 14, 16-year-olds.
Look,
I've watched
Benji
all
watched
of
it.
Getting away from the horniness is the reason I changed my pick.
I mean, I could have kept us with the horniness with the Magical Boys anime, because that entire anime is just dick jokes. But I was like, I kind of also just want to rewatch Witch from Mercury because it's a really good show.
What are
I
the
could've put some
conditions
effort
for
into
chat
everything.
to choose what we watch next?
More
Followers.
2 more followers.
2 more followers?
No,
I
that.
put it on Twitter as if they hit it before stream ends, but when we hit it, we'll ask chat.
Okay.
Van,
I
if you
think it's
help
fair to
us,
say when it gets there, that's it.
Van, if you help us get 2 more followers, you might be able to get us to watch some other Gundam stuff.
Double the
You could
Gundam.
force
Yes.
Nova to watch them.
You will
Second
be able to force me to watch another Gundam series.
Or if you save up, 10,000 points? Right? Wasn't that a
Is that
channel?
50,000.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
in our-
50,000. My bad.
Pick the anime we watch. Yeah, 50k. I'm at 4.6k and I've spent some points.
My vote would be
Speaking of spending points,
It's
I
2
gotta
followers,
think about
guys.
it real quick.
2
2
followers.
followers. Also, Hubby put something forward in chat here that group hydrate. Okay, I wanna ask something
Weird.
real quick here because we are on an anime podcast here, but Hubby said my vote would be for Arcane. What are we defining as like anime for our anime podcast? Are we dipping into the Avatar: The Last Airbenders? Are we dipping into Arcane? Are we sticking to purely Japanese content?
I
feel
would
like-
absolutely be okay with going into like Avatar because there is a show on Netflix called The Dragon Prince that I think's really good. That would be a good episode down the line. So
See,
I
Dragon
am all
Prince is
for
animation,
covering stuff
but not...
because even though they're American animated, I still feel like it resonates with the community enough.
See,
To be
but I
fair,
feel like
anime
Avatar
just-
specifically is a unfortunately is a
Walking now.
cartoon.
Yeah. I would be okay with the occasional episode here or there being non-Japanese animated stuff.
I mean, there's also Korean and Chinese and all the
Yeah.
other Asian qualities, and plus all around globally at this point have all made their own ones. I've seen some German anime, and they're all fire. So like, we don't have to stick to specifically Japan, but I feel like we should probably stick to anime at best.
Here's where the line should be drawn. We're not going to cover Family Guy. We're not going to cover American Dad.
Damn it.
First of all, that's like 20
I was
seasons
gonna
of
recommend King of the
unnecessary.
Hill Japanese dub.
Listen,
If they,
I think
well, I mean, if they had a Japanese dub, we could do it during we've teased doing a Japanese voice actor episode before, so I guess if we were talking about Japanese voice actors, we could do the King of the Hill Japanese dub.
Listen, no. See, I crossed the line at Hello Kitty. And mind you,
No, Rick and Morty ain't going up either.
Hell no.
We're not allowing American Dad. I ain't allowing American Morty.
Okay,
But
so
the
where
John
are
Wick
we drawing the
anime.
line? Yeah,
I
see,
would
Van,
say-
what about Ruby?
Please
See,
don't
if
make
I
that's
me-
think
what
Ruby fits.
I think is it just falls in the line of actual anime, but more of an animation. Like it's animated for sure, but it's not quite anime. It just borders it.
Ruby's hits
it's
the
for sure not a cartoon,
it
so-
dances on that line of like how Avatar is. Of
Where it's
The only
heavily
reason why
inspired
I
by
ever think
Japanese anime.
Avatar is an anime
Yes.
is simply because when they receive damage, it's permanent, or it's like, for example, Aang on his back. You know, when he gets burned on his spine, that's a permanent scar. It's not going away.
no the
Ruby
from the
has an
lightning.
anime though.
Ruby has an anime. Well, then Ruby.
Oh yeah,
then
they
Ruby has
reanimated
it.
season 1, right?
Yes.
So like,
Well, then they're fully in it.
I guess my question mostly is, are we just sticking with Japanese content?
No.
Because we can make the discussion, we can make the arguments all day long until we're blue in the face that like anime is just animated content but derived specifically from Japan. So every place in the world has animated content of some sort and all of that. We can have that conversation until we're blue in the face. But we are an anime podcast where thus far we have spoken purely about Japanese content. So are we sticking to Japanese? Are
I don't-
we
I don't think we
Sorry.
should limit ourselves.
We limit
because-
ourselves because what about Korean anime? What about Korean shows?
Right.
Well,
that's what
here's
I'm
my-
saying.
we
here's
need
my
global
thing.
Like
anime.
Well, here's my thing, because Record of Ragnarok is a Netflix-owned anime, and while yes, it was animated in Korea and Japan, it was like, and it does have a manga, but there's like plenty of other anime that come out that are owned by places like Crunchyroll and Netflix that come like are American ideas that they
No.
then
So-
put in
so
an anime
basically-
in an anime style. So I think it'd be really limiting to us if we say it has to originate from Japan. I
Yeah, I
also
have a
think, like,
question.
again, the occasional episode where we deviate outside of Japan, I think, like, that should be fine. Because, like, there's some really good Chinese and Korean
Yes.
animated stuff out there that, like, are
Yep.
definitely worth a watch and a conversation from us. So,
That was
should we
also
do,
gonna
like...
question webtoon type themes
'Cause-
of
So
anime?
like the manhwas and shit. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Because a lot of the shows we've covered are basically at the core animes that have come off of mangas, out of Japan. I do not mind if to spread out if we go for things that are also like if manhwas are getting anime adaptations like Soul Leveling, and that spreads out. We could also, and someone finds one that's animated and we like it. There we go.
Like the John Wick anime that's coming out, right? That is an American idea that they then gave the rights to a Japanese studio to
Mhm.
like produce, and
I
then
feel
they
like
all
that.
and they hired the guy who did Cowboy Bebop, I think, to be the main director of it. But still, like that is an American franchise that they are now giving an anime makeover to. But like, would it necessarily count as anime if they decided to do the same animation style that you see in Japan, but it was actually animated in the US? I don't know. Right? So that's my argument. Because I really want to watch the John Wick anime and talk about it with y'all at some point.
I feel like that works.
So we don't limit ourselves, but you know, we also don't try to go too far away from Japan all the time.
Yeah, 'cause when you say anime and our concept of it being an anime podcast,
I've been drawn
you just
into
think most
to a
of the
chat
shit.
statement. You want to reiterate that
comes out of-
Stan Lee wrote a full-on Japanese manga, and now I need to read it.
Interesting.
Hero Man?
Yeah.
It was written by Stan Lee.
Well, now I need to read it.
It was
You said
good.
Hero Man?
That was such a guttural "it was good," Zelo.
It was good.
Like you like came out of nowhere and you were like,
It was good.
like
I'm a
like,
DC
oh.
fan. Hero Man was good.
I was gonna say you sounded like fucking Venom, like or the Green Goblin mask speaking in the corner. It was good.
He started giving Batman vibes, is what I heard, but it's alright.
Oh my god.
What?
I just got a
Yeah, I
notification
think-
that said Daddy went live. I don't follow anyone that says Daddy.
Huh?
I don't like that. I'm gonna have to go figure out whose message that was and unfollow them.
Our phone was confused. Like, wait a minute.
We had a time this week, huh?
We most
Yeah, we did.
certainly did. Draco, I want to apologize. I want to apologize for how hard I went into this series. I apologize for using the gooner word.
Bruh, I don't even mind.
I think it is the most accurate word to use, Nova.
It does fit. I can't deny
it
it.
it does fit.
You cannot. I would be nothing but a liar if I could say that all the criticism brought upon this is wrong. No, fucking hell. I remember most of like everything outside of the horny. That's how it shows where my brain tried to keep that shit in the back too.
You just like blocked it out.
It's like I don't need all this excessive horny. It's not necessary. Focuses on the rest of the story. But no, I'm not gonna be a bad sport about anyone criticizing any type of anime, especially because I come out of the left field with either a decent common anime or something that's just so fucking cursed you have to question what possessed me to watch it that day and finish it.
Also, Van, I am so entirely shocked to hear you say that statement. You liked Air Gear. Specifically when you were younger, but you liked Air... Nixie, can you believe that statement?
We got another one!
It makes me feel
Up there.
weird
I
thinking
can
about it
believe
like
it.
that.
The hormones
Like,
were up there in the youth.
young Van Gooter could...
Yeah! Confirm.
I got a question.
What's up?
Can we change the schedule and do Misfits of Demon King Academy next week? Because that's my last podcast episode before I have to go on a work trip for 2 weeks.
That's fine.
That is true.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Yep.
okay with that.
That works.
I'll just wait
Ah.
and watch Witch from Mercury.
Draco,
Oh my
type
God.
into our UwU chat real quick. The name of your anime, just so I can. I'm putting
Oh,
it in
mine?
my phone so I don't lose it. I know it's pinned, but my brain will lose it. I need like 2 different places to find it.
So you want me to type it in the chat?
Type.
Okay, 1 sec.
You are not typing it in the chat. You are typing Discord.
I'm making sure I get the proper
Oh, the link.
I presume
copy because
this
it's
is
on Crunchyroll.
Just write it.
It's
Yes,
on Crunchyroll.
It is on Crunchyroll. No, I'm making sure I get you like how the official title is written out
Ah.
because there you go.
No, I get it. Demon School Irumako.
Yes.
It is
So,
a very
as I was
wholesome
saying,
one.
chat, this means
read
I
wholesome
will.
Shit, guys, please.
I will not be here for Sailor Moon Eternal or Witch from Mercury.
You won't be here for December.
Basically, yeah.
I won't be here for the first 2 weeks of December. And
Okay.
actually, I think we have
Bro,
one
then,
more-
then we hit the break spot that we talked about at one point.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna be you and me
No,
for 2
Sunday.
extra weeks.
Sunday. No, I'll be back because the 15th is is the last one before we end season 1 of UwU Jump, and we will be moving into season 2 after the holiday break. We're giving me and Drake are still going to be around doing stuff. These lovely 3 can join us if they would like to, but we are giving them the choice to take 2 weeks off away from Project UwU and just enjoy the holiday season.
Which is much appreciated. Already better than my real life employers.
Um,
No rest
Quick-
for the wicked
quick-
over here.
Quick
This
question
is the
since-
benefits of working online.
woo woo. So since we're doing Misfit of Demon Academy next week, is it then that we're gonna do Witch from Mercury and then Desi's pick?
Same.
Yes, it would basically
Okay.
just move mine up
Okay.
above yours, and then everything's the same after that.
Okay, just because
So
I
basically,
am at
Nova and I will
a-
be the first two of the new season.
Okay, because I will be at an anime convention the weekend of the 8th, so I wanted to make sure that I'd be there for my conversation. I'm gonna try to make it to Sailor Moon. I just cannot guarantee I will. That's all.
Draco, I think the way the schedule's working out, you will be
Anime conventions are conventions.
I'm gonna be the opener.
you will be the opener. Nova should be the last week before we do the break.
Oh, Oshinoko, such a good one to end the season on.
So yes, that should be our season ender.
Fuck yes!
Damn,
Don't
now
they
I
have a
wish
lot
I
of winter
recommended
scenes?
Bobobo.
If I'm not
That's
wrong.
I mentioned that's the way we start off the new year. Fucking Bobobo.
Nose hair, man.
I don't even remember how I found that series at one point. That shit was.
I'm just gonna say it now because I
Yeah.
know I'm gonna forget. But somebody has better memory than me. I'm gonna say it now. Nixie, we have homework during that Christmas break or that holiday break, I
Yeah.
should say, of
Do
watching
we have
One Piece.
Aww.
I mean,
Look,
if y'all
One
want to
Piece
watch
is-
it in the background, because the anime itself is on a 6-month hiatus.
Yeah.
It is. It is a good
Alright.
time to catch up if you are a One Piece fan on a One Piece break at the moment. The anime is on a 6-month hiatus, and depending on where you're at in the anime, Fishman Island is currently getting a complete rework. They have fixed the pacing. They have fixed the animation issues
Hey,
with
thank you
Fishman
very much.
Island. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. But yeah, so now is a fantastic time to jump back on that One Piece grind.
Alright.
But
No, we're
this,
trying
this
to-
is after
We'll
all of the
grind over
animes.
Christmas.
Bro, it's hilarious though, Nova, because people are still complaining about the pacing.
They are. Fucking One Piece fans are the most ungrateful little shits ever. In the beginning, the pacing is too long. Now the pacing's too short. There's no fucking middle ground for these goddamn fuckers. Like,
And this
so
man's like, I
ungrateful.
just want to give you plot, and you're not letting me serve the
So
story.
They're
ungrateful.
complaining about how slightly quick some things are, and like some very minor scenes that got cut out. Like it did not change what info you really got, but hey, I don't care. I like that that basically it's giving us a sneak peek to what the reanimation of the One Piece could look like.
Well, and isn't season 2 of the live action gonna come out soon?
Yeah, they're doing that.
Doing
as
enough,
well.
yeah.
So
Sounds
This
like Oda
whole
has pacing
hiatus-
issues. Look, Van, in my
Or-
opinion, I will say pacing issues. Yes, the pacing in One Piece as it stands is horrendous. It is way too fucking long. However, I have seen the Fishman remakes. I have watched the episodes. The pacing issues have been fixed. These people who are complaining that the pacing is too fast now are ungrateful motherfuckers. We are getting nice things. Be happy.
All good things. All good things.
yeah, we're basically getting the sneak peek of what the remake will look like now, and it's good.
It's so good.
I am happy.
It's so beautiful. It looks amazing, and it is paced so nicely. We're not spending we're not spending like 6 whole seconds on a reaction shot that really only needed like a second and a half.
Yeah, someone did a side by side, like when Luffy knocked out the fake ones.
Yes.
It was like a good minute shorter now compared to before, so I'm happy with what they're doing.
I am also happy.
Dan
Uh,
says if you cut the pacing issue out, One Piece is like 400 episodes.
5. Well, up to what they have now, it's 250. It like roughly from what they say they're cutting down for the One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
It is 256 roughly with all the content we currently have, but we still have more to be done. So I'm assuming it would make
Are you talking about the
500
Studio Wit
episodes.
remake?
yeah.
They're
give, like, a
just
rough-
doing they're just doing the East Blue. It's not everything we have. They're just doing the East Blue.
Wait.
Yeah.
so
Oh well,
what I'm hearing-
yeah. Then I probably watched someone that was like, if we can sort of take this, sort of guesstimate what the other ones cut down will look like, Yeah, One Piece is gonna be like 500 episodes once it's all remade into the nice, more crunched down format.
Yeah.
The fact that fucking Fishman Island goes from 56 episodes to like, what, 22?
Something like that.
Tells you a lot.
Basically, everything's getting cut down to half.
Right now we're at
I
like
can't
what,
wait.
1,300 episodes?
11.
Oh yeah, 11.
1,100?
Yeah.
And right now we're on a to be continued nonsense. So,
The animation's on 6-month hiatus. Oda unfortunately did have some health issues recently.
Mm-hmm.
So he is on a hiatus. I believe it's gonna be for the rest of the year, or for at least a month minimum.
this man's not allowed to give up on us before he gives us that last bit.
Don't jinx it, please. Berserk. It already happened to Berserk. I can't have it happen to One Piece.
Look, I will say there is a failsafe in the instance that Oda does not make it to the end of One Piece. He has written out the final chapters. It is in a safe somewhere within Shonen Jump, and only Oda has the key kind of thing to it. So the final chapter has been written out, and
So the level of security of the original Coke recipe.
yeah,
Okay.
basically.
No, that's
Um,
fine. It's just
I
more
thought you were
like,
gonna
I'll be
say we were
damned.
gonna. I thought you were gonna talk about the kid with cancer that he told make a wish. That he like guaranteed was going to die when he told him about One Piece.
Could you
Oh
imagine
my
all of
God.
these episodes and Luffy, like, the end of the story is Luffy never getting the one. There was no One Piece. The One Piece was just
The
friendship.
One Piece was the friends we made along the.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Oda did at least confirm it's a physical item.
Yes, Oda has confirmed that that is not the ending to it all. He's confirmed that
'cause
he
that would
thinks
be
that
the
that's a
greatest
stupid idea.
It's a troll. It is such a good troll and such
Listen,
a good...
all I need them to do is confirm Croco Mom. 'Cause that would be
Honestly.
hilarious.
Honestly,
I don't understand Crocomom, so I'm just gonna leave that there. I
All
don't know
right,
what
I'm
you don't
calling
wanna
it.
get
The
into
One
it.
Piece is actually just a Sharkman's detached penis. One of the two, if not both, detached penises, but they're like joined together, and it's just that's the One
No,
Piece.
it's Buggy's peen. It has to be Buggy's. It's the one that
Buggy's
makes lots of
honker,
sense.
you know. Because he's a clown.
We really... Alright, is there anybody we want to raid?
I can't see. Hold on, I took my glasses off so the model's eyes can stop glitching.
I've got a recommendation.
Who's your recommendation?
Inhaled Spork, aka Sunny, my VTuber daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go for it if you want to start up the raid.
Poppy
No, but I'll
pasta
start
and
the raid
chicken.
if you wanna
Do the raid
Yeah.
message? Okay.
Yeah.
Zila, did we add the fucking emote with a raid message attached to it yet, or no?
The hype
Absolutely.
was the only one I saw.
God damn it, we still haven't added the emotes, huh?
You have emotes?
We have
Well-
20.
That's
Yeah, those Zelo Draco ones, because I never knew when we would get multiple members.
Yeah.
Those were technically all.
No, we don't have enough slots for anymore.
Yeah, so
We're gonna have to
But we
pick and
might
choose
have
the
to
ones
use
that
one of
we
our-
have.
No, I meant genuinely on Twitch. Like, what Project UwU specific emotes do we have so far? Aside from hype.
I have one where I hold a cross at you.
yeah, those original ones that are on the UwU Discord server.
Huh?
The Project UwU HQ's Discord. You know all those emotes I use?
Yeah.
All those technically are for UwU, because
Oh.
like I said,
Oh,
I
those are
didn't know when we
I
would
thought those
be.
were your personal ones. That's why I was just like.
We didn't know when we were gonna get more members. Genuinely.
All right, the
Oh.
raid is getting ready to leave. So does anybody have any final thoughts before we go? Nova, final thoughts.
Follow all of us. You can click on our names down below. Desiree Lovely, Nixie Royd, Mama Nova VT, Zelo_Wolf at Draco Storm. You can follow all of us everywhere on the internet under the. Thank you everybody for showing up, showing out. You guys are great.
All right, Des, Zelo, Draco. Quick.
I'm gonna go find more cursed anime for y'all. Don't worry.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay, bye
do
guys.
it.
Bye.
Pretty much ended it on a threat, huh?
All right.